was it?
Huh? Oh, that was great, kid. Yeah, just great.
Gee, Hal, you really think you might be able to get me into the Tigers?
Look, kid, I'm the president, best player on the team. I carry a lot of weight with that club.
Oh, boy, I can't believe I might be a Tiger. Wait till I tell Eddie and Joe and Ronnie that I might play basketball with the Tigers. They'll think I'm putting them on.
Kid, you do realize that it may be a little while before you start, playing with us.
Oh, how long will I have to wait?
You ought to be ready in about 3 years.
Now, listen, I'm short, but I'm fast.
Now, look at it this way. The guy that carries the towels in the water is just as important as the players. What's more important, you're going to be observing me and learning from the very best.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Hal, I don't know how to thank you.
Well, you realize I have to propose you first.
Oh, yeah, but they'll listen to you because you're the president and the best player on the team, right?
Hey. Hit her right on the head, buddy. Hey, is your sister home?
Well, I think so. Why?
Well, I'd like to meet her.
My sister?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I think she's cute.
Hal, you must be mixed up. My sister's Patty Lane.
Yeah, I know.
And you think she's cute?
Well, I sure do.
You must have her mixed up with some other Patty Lane.
Meet Kathy, who lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair. But they're cousins, identical cousins all the way. One pair of matching bookends, different as night and day.
Where Kathy adores a minuet,
The ballet russe and crepe Suzette. Our Patty loves to rock and roll, a hot dog makes her lose control. What a wild duet. Still they're cousins, identical cousins, stand you find. They laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are two of a kind.
And you approve?
Oh, I think getting a job this summer is a marvelous idea.
Good.
What kind of work did you have in mind?
Well, I thought that over very seriously, and I think the best place for me to work would be at your newspaper.
I see. Doing what?
Well, you know I've taken a journalism course, and I've been editor of the school paper. Now, naturally, I wouldn't expect to be editor. I mean, you're the editor.
Thank you.
But I thought maybe some kind of assistant editor.
No.
Junior editor?
No.
Reporter?
No.
Want dance?
Patty,
Office boy.
the only opening we have at the Chronicle is for new subscribers. Yeah, I'm sorry, there are just no summer jobs.
Not even for your own daughter?
Well, I don't believe in nepotism.
Neither do I. Whatever it is.
That means giving jobs to members of your own family.
But if my own father won't give me a job, why should a perfect stranger?
Patty, I'm sure there's some jobs in this city for you.
Well, the only job I'm interested in I couldn't get in a million years.
What's that?
Well, there's this girl who works at the Platter, and she's quitting. But everybody knows it, and they're after a job.
The Platter.
Yeah, it's the record shop where we all hang out. Boy, wouldn't that be a gas, sitting around all day listening to records?
Ross, why are you doing that in the house?
Because it's good for my wrist.
Well, you asked him, and he told you.
Patty, could I see you a minute?
Yeah.
Patty, I'd like you to meet Harold Wilson, the president of the Tigers and the best player on the team.
How do you do?
It certainly is a great pleasure to meet you, Patty. Ross has spoken very highly of you.
He has?
Hal's going to get me into the Tigers. How about that?
Aren't the Tigers a little old for you?
Oh, no, I think you'll have to admit your brother's a little advanced for his age, which, as anyone can see, certainly runs in the family.
Oh, Dad, I'd like you to meet Harold Wilson, the president of the Tigers and the best player on the team.
How do you do, sir? It's a great pleasure meeting you. You know, Ross has spoken very highly of you.
Well, if he doesn't, who will?
You know, this certainly is a fine old house you have here. It's done in excellent taste.
Well, we like to keep it up in case the bank comes by to check on their property.
Well, nice meeting you.
Oh, listen, my pleasure.
Let's go up to my room. I got a great stamp collection.
Hey, wait a minute, kid. Why don't you show me the rest of the house, huh?
Okay.
Yes, sir, this certainly is a fine old house. Really done in excellent taste. Ross, would you mind getting me a glass of water? I'm a bit thirsty.
Oh, you are? Patty, as long as you're headed that way, would you mind getting Hal a glass of water?
Oh, not at all.
No. Don't make your sister do it. You go get it, Ross.
Oh, let her so we can talk.
I'll be right back with the water.
No. I'm not thirsty anymore. You know what I would like to see, though, Ross? Your stamp collection. Why don't you run up and get it?
No?
Yeah, there's no time like the present. Hurry up, kid.
Collecting stamps your hobby?
Girls. Oh, boy, I've been waiting to meet you for months. Listen, I got my car outside. Why don't we take a little ride?
Oh, well, what about Ross?
Oh, he's a nice kid, but he's got an even nicer sister. What are you doing there?
Oh, look, Harold, I don't really...
Play your cards right with me, and I'll take you dancing. I'm an outstanding dancer.
that's
Very light on my feet, you know. You gotta be to be an outstanding basketball player.
Yeah, Harold.
Don't call me Harold. Boy, that sounds so formal. You know, just call me Hal. Look, Patty, I can have my pick of any girl I want, but I picked you. But we gotta get one thing straight. You date me, you don't date anybody else.
Look, Harold, you have no idea how flattered I am, but could you give me some time to think this over?
Sure, I'd be glad to.
Good. I just thought it over.
Yeah?
Get lost!
That's the way you feel about it.
Here's my stamp album, Hal.
Forget it, kid.
What happened? Did you say something to hurt his feelings?
All I said was no.
What's the big idea? Now I'll never get into the Tigers.
Ross, that guy isn't a tiger. He's a wolf.
Boy, Patty, the one time in my life you could have done something for me and you blew it. I might have known.
Mom, why are men so despicable?
Well, now, that's a pretty broad generalization, dear. Who are you referring to?
Harold Wilson.
The Prime Minister of England?
Nope, the prime think of Brooklyn.
Well, now, I'm sure you don't mean that, dear.
Oh, no? He promised Ross he'd get him into this club, but he only did it to get a date with me. Now, wouldn't you say he's a fink?
No, but I'd say that's pretty despicable.
Well, anyway, I told him off, and now Ross will never get into the club.
I'm sure he'll get over it, dear.
Oh, I don't know, Mom. You don't know how much this means to him. It could leave a scar. What do you think I should do?
Well, I don't see that there's anything you can do.
Look, suppose I date this character once or twice, and then when Ross is in the club, I drop him.
You think that's honest?
No, but it might work. This guy thinks I'm the most beautiful girl in the whole world. That's it.
What?
Mom, that's a great idea. Thanks. It's a little early for Halloween, isn't it? I have a date with Ross's friend, Harold Wilson. I thought you didn't like him. That isn't quite right. I despise him. I really can't wait to write a book about you. Don't you see, Kathy? When Harold sees me like this, he's going to lose all interest in me, but that doesn't give him any reason to be mad at Ross, so Ross will be in the Tigers, and I'll be off the hook. Now, isn't that good sound psychology? Well, it doesn't sound like any psychology I've ever read about. Kathy, that's one thing you've got to learn. Life is not a textbook. Hey, there's Bratman now. Well, how do I look? Terrible. Thanks.
Hi there, Mr. Lane. It certainly is a lovely evening, isn't it?
I'll tell Ross you're here.
Oh, no, I'm here to see Patty, sir.
Well, hi, Harold. Thanks for coming over. Oh, why don't you
why
come
don't
on
I-
inside and make yourself comfortable? Awfully dark in here, isn't it? What are you doing that for?
Well, when you called, you said you wanted to get to know me better. We don't need lights for that.
Yeah, but look, if we're going to get to know each other better, we'll have to be able to see each other. Right? It was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. There I was trying to look like a monster from outer space, and he keeps telling me how pretty I am. Well, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, and speaking of that, he's got more holes than an octopus. What went wrong, Kathy? I thought I'd be rid of him forever. I don't know.
Oh, hi, sis.
Huh. What's that for?
We're going out with Hal. Now, when you come right down to it, he's not such a bad guy, is he?
Ross, I'll do a lot for you, but I won't lie.
Well, anyway, he told me he's still going to try and get me into the Tigers, so thanks. And I do the same for you.
Thanks. And if I want to get into the Tigers, I'll be sure and let you know. Ross, watch it. Why aren't you wearing your glasses?
Well, Hal says a person looks better without them. That's why he doesn't wear his.
Well, when you think about it, it's really kind of funny. How am I going to get rid of him without making him mad now?
hello.
Hi, I'm Harold Wilson.
Oh, you're one of Ross's friends, aren't you?
Yeah, and Patty's, too. Oh, thank you. You know, you sure have a fine family, Mrs. Lane. You must be very proud of them.
Thank you. Which one of your friends did you want to see?
Oh, well, Patty asked for me to come over.
Patty, it's Harold Wilson.
Be right down.
Won't you come in, sit down?
Oh, thank you. You know, you certainly have a very fine old home here. And it's certainly done in good taste.
Thank you.
Oh, hi there, Mr. Lane. I was just telling Mrs. Lane how much I admire this fine old house of yours. I was saying it's certainly done
In
in...
very good taste, I know.
Yes.
Tell me, Harold, what are you planning to do when you grow up? I mean, when you get older.
Well, my uncle is very big in insurance. I thought I might go into that.
Perfect.
Patty will be down in a moment, I'm sure. Come on into the kitchen, dear, and I'll give you something for that sarcasm.
Oh, hi, Harold. Thanks for coming over.
Oh, you kidding? Anytime. Hey, I'm starting to grow on you, huh?
Harold, please.
Oh, look, I know I come on strong, but I mean, underneath, I'm just a shy kid.
Look, Harold, you're going to be shy one arm if you don't quit that. Now, why don't you come over and sit down and behave yourself? There's something I want to talk to you about.
Yes, ma'am.
As a matter of fact, I was just saying to Ross yesterday that I was finally getting to know the real you. By the way, when do you think the Tigers will decide about letting Ross in the club?
Well, we're going to have a membership meeting on Saturday night.
Saturday, huh? Wonderful. Only 3 long days to go. Do you think they'll let him in?
Well, if I say so. I am the president and the best player on the team.
Harold, would you mind not putting your feet on that table? It's one of the nicest things we have in this fine old house.
Sorry.
That's okay. Look, Harold, I want to do everything I can to make you feel the same way about me as I feel about you. I don't want to make the same mistakes that your other girlfriends made.
No chance in that. Boy, you put them all down.
Good. Someone told me you used to go with Betty Sue Watson. Why'd you stop going with her?
Betty Sue is okay. Great-looking girl, naturally.
Oh, naturally. But there must have been something about her that bugged you.
Yeah, Gabby. Talk to Blue Streak all the time. And, man, that can be a real drag with a girl.
Oh, really? I'm so glad you told me that. And frankly, I couldn't agree with you more. You know, I think the reason people talk so much is because they're insecure. Now, I don't have that problem. I don't happen to be insecure. Therefore, I don't have to talk so much. Do you know what I mean?
No,
now, I don't think you're insecure either. I mean, either you've got it or you haven't. Don't you agree?
No,
You know, the first time I saw you, I said to myself, Patty, I said, that boy's got a deep side to him. And that's what makes it so easy to talk to you. And, I've got so much to tell you. Let me see. I suppose I should start with my childhood. It all began when I was born in Brooklyn Heights. And then, for my 10th birthday, they gave me a horse. Now, how could they know that I was allergic to horsehair?
Yeah,
You know, I guess I've got the greatest parents in the whole world. And you know why? Because we communicate with one another. Now, I think that's the most important thing, don't you? That's what modern psychiatry is based on, opening up your psyche.
Patty, it's almost time for dinner, dear.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Lane.
It's 6 o'clock, Pat.
Already? Do you realize we've been talking for 2 hours?
Patty, can I tell you something?
Yes.
You are the most fascinating conversationalist I've ever met in my whole life.
Hi, Ross.
Oh, hi.
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
What do you say we get our slot cars out and go down to the track?
Oh, Eddie, I haven't got time for that kind of kid stuff.
Come on, get your car out and let's go. I gotta talk to you about something anyway.
Well, can't you see I'm busy? What do you want to talk about anyway?
Well, remember last month you said we ought to form a club? I was talking to some kids about it and they might be interested.
What kids?
Well, let's see, Ralph Hefner said he'd join if he could be vice president. And then Tony Davis said he might join if he could be treasurer.
Well, who's going to be president?
Me?
Forget it.
Come on, Ross, there's still an opening for secretary.
Don't you realize you're looking at a guy who's on the brink of being a tiger?
What's that on the brink? Is that a special division they made for kids?
Boy, Eddie, you're going to be the dumbest president any club ever had.
Do you want to join our club or not? We're going to call it the Hurricane AC.
Didn't you hear me? They're going to vote me into the Tigers on Saturday. Now, why would I want to join a kids' club?
Ross, telephone.
See ya.
How would you like to be sergeant at arms?
Patty. Sorry about that. But guess who just phoned me?
President Johnson.
No, President Harold Wilson himself.
Whee, what a thrill.
He's really gone ape over you, you know.
Well, it didn't have to go far. Well, what did Mr. America have to say?
Looks like I'll be a tiger by Saturday. Oh, and I'm not supposed to tell you this, but he's going to invite you to the prom next week.
Whoopee!
You gotta be flattered. Harold's a great dancer, you know.
Yeah, according to him, he is.
No, when I was over at his house, he showed me a couple cups he'd won for dancing.
Oh, Ross, he probably... He's good, huh?
Yeah.
Ross, that's wonderful.
What's that for?
Because you remind me of Abraham Lincoln.
What?
You don't know it, but you just freed a slave. Hi, Harold. Don't you ever go anywhere without that basketball?
No, I'm always fooling around with it. That's why I'm such an outstanding player.
Oh, doesn't get in your way when you're sleeping? Never mind. Come on in.
Hey, that's Mopsy Finnegan playing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dig him.
Me too.
Hey, what are we waiting for?
Okay. Look, the floor's a little crowded for the three of us.
Oh, okay, in the chair. 2 points. Well, sorry about that.
Well, that's okay. My mother can always go to the museum and see one just like it.
Hey, let's not.
Oh, you mean you don't like the way I dance? Oh, I'm awfully sorry. I mean, I know how crazy you are about dancing, and if you never want to see me again, that's okay with me. I mean, I'll understand.
Look, Patty, you want me to be honest with you, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Dancing happens to be my bag. You know?
I know.
Keeps me up on my footwork.
I know.
But I get plenty of practice on the courts anyway, so who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, who cares about dancing? I mean, when I can sit and listen to you talk. Come on, baby. Talk to me.
I wish Ross would stop bouncing that ball up there. That's been going on for a whole week. Why does he do that?
Because Harold Wilson does it. Honey, isn't there anything you can do to get rid of him?
Sure, if you want to break a little boy's heart. The trick is to get Harold out of our lives and Ross into the Tigers.
Well, how are you doing?
He's harder to discourage than a cat in a fish factory.
Patty, I hope you know how much we appreciate what you're doing for Ross. I know how trying it must be.
Oh, it's trying, but it's not working. If only Ross would realize that the Tiger...
Guess who just phoned me?
How many guesses have I got?
You're right, it was Harold. Mom, I found out his folks aren't going to be home for dinner, so could we invite him over here? You'll get a kick out of watching him eat. You know, there's only one thing he likes more than food.
Himself.
And that's basketball. Mom, tomorrow's the meeting when they're going to decide if they're going to let me into the Tigers. I'm not saying we should influence Harold, but could it hurt if we put a nice home-cooked meal into him the night before?
Ross, I don't think it's fair to impose any
Wait a
further on the
minute, Dad.
family.
You say Harold likes to eat, huh?
Man, does he ever. We went to a diner yesterday, and you should have seen him pack it away. He ate 3 portions of spaghetti and meatballs and then 2 big slabs of chocolate layer cake.
Sounds like he could eat for a living.
Mom, why don't you all have an early dinner, and I'll invite Harold over afterwards?
You mean you'll do the cooking?
Mm-hmm.
What are you planning?
To stuff a goose. Hi.
Hey, look at you.
Oh, can you see me?
What's your get-up?
Oh, nothing. I just always dress like this when I'm cooking. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, heck no. Just means you take eating as seriously as I do.
Oh. There's only one thing I think that's more important than food.
Yeah, girls. Hey, what'd you fix for me to eat?
Oh, well, I had a little conference with Ross, and he told me what your favorite dish is.
Don't tell me. Meatballs and spaghetti?
Right, and chocolate layer cake.
Oh, crazy.
I hope you're hungry.
Oh, man, I'm starved.
Oh, good. Look, I don't think you'll be needing that at the table.
Oh, yeah.
Ah!
2 points. Boy, meatballs and spaghetti. I could eat that 3 times a day.
Well, good. There's nothing a good cook likes better than to watch somebody enjoy her food.
Hey, aren't those awfully thin breadsticks?
Those aren't breadsticks, that's spaghetti.
Well, aren't you supposed to cook it first?
Oh, no, no. I like it al dente. You know, the true Italian style. That means a little on the chewy side. 10 seconds should be just about perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. There we go. Now I'm sure it's perfect. Oh, yes. Now that's what I call al dente. Now, do you like your meatballs on the top or on the side?
Well, on the top.
I got you, you little devil. Now, how many of these do you think you can eat? What's the matter? Ross said you were such a big eater, you haven't touched a thing.
I guess I'm just not very hungry.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you what might perk up your appetite. A nice piece of this chocolate cake, I mean. Oh, look, why don't you just help yourself while I go see who that is? Richard, what are you doing here?
Well, I haven't seen you for a week, so I just thought I'd drop in.
Oh, well, I'm a little tied up right now.
Harold Wilson's here, isn't he?
I don't think that's any of your affair.
So it's true. I heard you were dating him, but I just couldn't believe it.
Look, Richard.
Okay. I just think you ought to let a fella know.
Richard, the only reason I'm dating him is to help Ross out. Ross is trying to get into the club that Harold's in.
Patty, who do you think you're kidding?
It's true. Look, I've done everything I can to discourage him. I've looked my worst. I've stepped all over him when I was dancing with him, and I just cooked the worst meal ever.
Patty.
But he just won't discourage. Do you think for 1 minute that I could be interested in a creep like Harold Wilson? He's the biggest drag I've ever met.
Patty.
And the only reason I didn't say anything to you is I was afraid you would talk and it would get back to him.
It already has. Hi, Harold.
Now, wait a minute, Harold. Harold, you don't understand. You see, what you just saw was circumstantial evidence. Now, Harold, wait. What about Ross? Harold, he's really going to be a creep. Harold! Did he seem mad to you?
I'm sorry.
Sorry isn't going to get Ross into the Tigers. How could you for 1 second think that I would go out with a creep like that?
Well, I didn't think you were interested in him. I thought you were interested in his father.
His father?
Yeah, well, I knew you were after that job at the platter shop.
What has the platter got to do with his father?
He owns it.
Perfect. Just perfect.
Boy, something sure smells good in there.
Haven't you eaten?
Yeah, but that was over an hour ago.
Step in, Richard. I've got a wonderful meal for you.
So, that was spaghetti al dente, huh?
Yep. How was it?
Oh, great, just great. But to tell you the truth, that wasn't the best cake I ever had in my life.
Yeah, but I bet it was the first one you ever had to cut with a hacksaw. Oh, there's Ross. I better go tell him. Ross?
Hey, have I got something to tell you?
I've got something to tell you, too.
But wait till you hear. I was made president of the club.
What?
Yeah. Well, Eddie finally admitted that since the whole thing was my idea, that I was entitled to be president.
Eddie, what club are you talking about?
The Hurricane AC.
What about the Tigers?
Are you kidding? Who wants to carry water for a bunch of old guys like that when I could be president of my own club?
Richard, promise me something.
What's that?
If we ever get married. No, boys.
Here's Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. The Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair, but they're cousins.
was it?
Huh? Oh, that was great, kid. Yeah, just great.
Gee, Hal, you really think you might be able to get me into the Tigers?
Look, kid, I'm the president, best player on the team. I carry a lot of weight with that club.
Oh, boy, I can't believe I might be a Tiger. Wait till I tell Eddie and Joe and Ronnie that I might play basketball with the Tigers. They'll think I'm putting them on.
Kid, you do realize that it may be a little while before you start, playing with us.
Oh, how long will I have to wait?
You ought to be ready in about 3 years.
Now, listen, I'm short, but I'm fast.
Now, look at it this way. The guy that carries the towels in the water is just as important as the players. What's more important, you're going to be observing me and learning from the very best.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Hal, I don't know how to thank you.
Well, you realize I have to propose you first.
Oh, yeah, but they'll listen to you because you're the president and the best player on the team, right?
Hey. Hit her right on the head, buddy. Hey, is your sister home?
Well, I think so. Why?
Well, I'd like to meet her.
My sister?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I think she's cute.
Hal, you must be mixed up. My sister's Patty Lane.
Yeah, I know.
And you think she's cute?
Well, I sure do.
You must have her mixed up with some other Patty Lane.
Meet Kathy, who lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! But they're cousins, identical cousins all the way. One pair of matching bookends, different as night and day.
Where Kathy adores a minuet.
The ballet russe and crepe Suzette. Our Patty loves to rock and roll, a hot dog makes her lose control. What a wild duet! Still they're cousins, identical cousins, and you'll find they laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are two of a kind.
And you approve?
Oh, I think getting a job this summer is a marvelous idea.
Good.
What kind of work did you have in mind?
Well, I thought that of a very